Hey, it's been a while since I've done anything because I was actually on vacation in Hawaii for a while. Good place to go, lots of fun. But anyway, people love the arcade videos, so let's do another one. Today we're going to look at Drift Out 94, which I'm sure most people are probably familiar with Neo Drift Out, which came out in 96. This came out 2 years earlier in 94. It runs on your standard SSV hardware. SSV stands for Sammy Seta Visco. The three companies work together to develop this board set. As you can see, it's two PCBs. And it's a pretty powerful little piece of hardware. Though ironically, probably the most popular game released on the system was Pachinko's Sexy Reaction. But yeah, very nice little board set. Though the one thing about the design that I really hate is, see, you'll notice I've got this on top of anti-static bubble wrap. And the reason for that is, see, if you look down below, the thing has a giant capacitor on each corner on the bottom board. There's 4 of them. So unless you've got some PCB feet with some big spacers on them, the thing basically rests on top of the 4 capacitors, and they're flat and flush to the board, so I don't think they're really worried about snapping, but I just really don't like putting the entire weight of the board on the actual components. Either way, this is one I was after for a very long time, and it sells pretty quickly when it shows up, here in Japan anyway. But yeah, I've had one for a while, and great game. I was also lucky enough to get fully original parts of this one. So, yeah. The manual is original. And they've got how to play. Yes, and these are original. I always love getting original art. I always get copied art, but do not oversteer with the joystick. Slow down before entering tight corners. Gradually accelerate. And for number 4, they didn't even bother to write it in English. But how to drift. And also this one, thankfully, even came with the move sticker thingy, which is really important for this game. Because, see, if you've played this one, you'll note that in-game, it doesn't tell you a damn thing about the cars. So here it actually tells you, you know, which ones are for experts, which ones are for beginners, intermediate. In-game, there's just a list of cars. You have 0 information other than pure guessing. This is the only way to tell what is actually the difference without experimentation. So definitely nice to have that. Alright, so let's boot her up here. There aren't a whole lot of vids or anything on this one, probably because most people tend to prefer Neo Drift Out. Now this actually, of course, the Neo Drift Out came out 2 years later, but runs on the Neo Geo, so this one's actually running on superior hardware. At least from my knowledge, I'm not that big of a hardware technical nut. But graphically, it's definitely better than Neo Drift Out. It's got more detail in it. But they're very different games. Neo Drift Out is faster, but has more straightaways and tighter steering controls. This one is actually slightly slower, but has a lot more detail and is much twistier. Like, to be honest, if this ran at the same speed as Neo Drift Out did, it'd probably be just about impossible. So yeah, it looks a little nicer, a little slower, but a lot more curvy. Personally, I prefer this to Neo Drift Out because I like the curviness. It's like, there's 4 games in the Drift Out series. There's the original Drift Out, which was insane. because, you know, it was the vertical one with, it was totally vertical and it used like some mode 7 and the, you know, the level rotated around you. Then they made one on the Super Famicom and unsurprisingly it sucks. I mean, come on, a racing game on Super Famicom, unless it's F-Zero or Mario Kart, they're all pretty bad. And then came 94 here, and then finally Neo. But a lot of people do tend to download this one and then don't like it because they're too used to Neo Drift Out. See, the controls are quite a bit different, to be honest. Neo Drift Out definitely has tighter control, but the control in this game is fine. You just have to get used to it. And the other thing to note is the controls. See, Drift Out 94 here is specifically designed for a 2-directional stick. See, I've got my, if you're going to play this, you really need to take, open your stick up and put on a 2-directional gate, so it only moves left and right. That is what the game is programmed to use. That's what the manual tells you to use, and that is what you should be using to play this game. And if you're using it on a 2-directional stick, the controls are perfectly fine, in my opinion. Now, Neo Drift Out, of course, being a Neo Geo game, had to be, you know, had to be in an MVS cabinet with other games. And therefore, it had to be compatible with an 8-directional stick, so that the other games in the MVS cab would also be playable. So for that reason, I think they made the controls a bit easier, since you had to have that 8-directional stick. But when you're playing 94, if you're using a 2-way stick, it controls very nicely, in my opinion. Let's play this. Now, one great thing I love about this board is that it, you know, it uses batteries and it saves the best lap times, the best scores. And whoever, you know, I have no idea how many owners this board has gone through over the years, but I can tell you that, man, the people that have had this before me were insanely good. Some of the records are, I've only managed to break 1 course record so far. Some of these records are just insane. Talk about pro material. Like, look at 43.72 on this course. I'll be lucky if I get 45. Alright, so let's use the good old Lancer here. But yeah, the key is to use a 2-directional stick and not oversteer. It can be very easy to crash into things when you first start this one. But with practice, I find it controls very nicely and is a wonderful game. One it took me quite a while to get a hold of. And definitely wonderful. Of course, like all games of this style, there's a bit of a memorization to it. The first time you get to a new track and a new turn, it's a little hard. So yeah, I got 45.60. Some got like 43.72. Damn, man. But yeah, this game actually saves the top 30 completion scores, and this morning I just barely cracked it and got number 29. Love the music in this game too. Way better than Neo Drift Out music. 42.51. Shit, man. It's insane. Visco's a weird company. Their games are either very good or very shitty. Their racing games are generally pretty good, but a lot of their other stuff tends to just be pretty crap. Yeah, if you're having trouble with this, the key is just not to oversteer, and also let the car center itself. You just gotta go real lightly on it. 43.59, so I got closer to it, but Also, a cool thing about this game is that it's got, certain tracks, you know, have a path split where you can pick one way or the other. And if you pick the harder ones, then you go to different tracks. See, if you pick the earlier ones, the game is easier, but like when you get to the 1,000 legs, you'll only do the first leg of it, you won't do the second. So to get, you know, to play through all the courses and to really beat it, you've got to take the harder paths. This track I'm probably going to crash. I always screw this one up for some reason. Almost every single time. Shortcuts. I'm not doing too badly. I usually hit the walls on this one. There we go. Okay. Shortcut. Yeah, not too bad of a run. I usually really screw that one up. But yeah, so if you're just going for a simple 1cc, if you stick to the easier half splits, it's not too bad. But if you want to get like to the real 2 final courses, you got to do the harder ones. And the only annoying thing about that is, of course, you have no way of knowing which ones are the harder ones, other than experimentation. You know, the game doesn't tell you. You've got to figure it out by yourself. But just gives you an excuse to play it more often. Totally great game. Let's see how far I can get today on 1 credit. Nope. Ah! That was crap. Pixel. Go, Lancer, go. Go. Yeah, messed that one up, but yeah, only 3rd. Oh well. I really like the funky music in this one. Alright. $35. Give it a try. $36.43. Damn, man. We'd like to meet the guy that set some of these records. Alright, how far can we get today? Alright. Greece, here we go. Yeah, Hawaii was fun. I was on the Big Island the whole time, which you gotta drive a lot to go to the cooler beaches and the volcano and stuff, but vacations are always nice. Too much work lately. Out of my way. Cut that one out. Looks like I've only got 9 minutes left on my tape, so... Well, whether I finish the game, get game over, the tape runs out first, we will see. Hope at least I get to my favorite music track. Because I think the music tracks are played randomly, as far as I can tell. There's one that I just absolutely adore. Alright, here we go. I always like these racing games like this. There's a ton of them on in the arcade. Though interestingly, they all control fairly differently. Oh, that was crap. I'm on vacation too long. Gotta get back into this. Out of my way, Celia. That was pathetic. Crappy third. Oh, I screwed up. My fault. 8 minutes left on the tape. Go, 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 go! Bum, 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 bum. 44:30. Can we do it? Very unlikely, but we'll try. Nope. Hit the wall. There goes any chance of getting that record. Out of my way. Now they just run over the other cars and scam. Then we can slow you down. Which is nice, because we don't have to worry about dodging them as far as getting the record goes, since I think they're pretty much randomly placed on the track. Wish I could skip these transition screens, but you can't, unfortunately. At least they got decent music to go along with them. Only 6 minutes left on the tape. So definitely give this one a second look. I know most people love Neo Drift Out, which is a great game, and then they try this one, and you know, it controls differently, and they tend to just get really frustrated with it really quickly, and go back to Neo, but this is also an excellent game, and I think I do prefer this one overall. Shit. Go. I mean, it does demand a lot of practice and... Crap. We are sucking, come on. Woo! Woohoo! Just barely made that one. I still managed to get first. Oh wait, oh no, it was 45, not 40. I'm thinking of the third special stage, so it's only the second. Alright. So I think next is Sweden. This is where the game starts to get fairly hard. Very unforgiving. 40 shit, man. Here we go. First leg's not too bad. The second leg with the ice is just... Oh. Let's see what we can do. Up. Screw it up again. So though, as you can see, I mean, the game's div settings are set on normal right now, and even on normal it's fairly forgiving as far as time goes. Well, you don't crash more than like 2 times. You can usually get through it. Alright, I love this music track. This is my favorite. But I hate this leg. But I got the cool music. Let's do this! Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Can't lose the good music line. Go, go, go. I hate the ice. Hate the ice, hate the ice, hate the ice. Alright, S-curve. That was weird. But we made it through. Only 3 minutes left on the tape, and ironically, since I've been taking the easier turns, I think there's only like, I'm almost at the end of the game, but I don't think I'm going to have enough time to make it. But let's see what happens. The third and final special stage, if you're taking the easier route through the game anyway. Turn, baby, turn, 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 turn. Turn this way. I actually find this third special stage, well that I fucked up because I wasn't paying attention, but I find the third special stage to be easier than the second one. The camera's warning me there's only 2 minutes left on the tape. How far can we get? How far can we get? Because I think there's only 2 more tracks since I've been taking the easy loops, but I don't think it's going to let me go to the 2 final ones. And we got a minute left, so the video's going to cut off at some point. So hope you enjoyed it, and great game. Play it. Just be sure you've got a 2-directional stick. This track is mean. I actually put cars right in the track just to run into you. See if I get to them before the tape stops. Yeah, like cars, buildings. Maybe it's a good thing the tape's gonna stop, because I'm probably not gonna finish this one. This one takes a bit of a memorization to get through. Am I gonna finish it? Am I gonna game over? Or is the tape gonna stop? I don't know. I don't know. Go, Lancer, go. You can do this. We can do it. We can do it. I can do it. I think the tape's gonna run out first. 0 minutes. I'm totally not even paying attention because I'm looking at the camera timer. 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, game over. And got 0 minutes left on the clock. So, that's the end of the tape, and hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.